review Miss Bala. Alright guys, like all my movie reviews, all my new movie reviews, I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, simple, and to the motherfucking point. Alright guys, let's get right into it. Miss Bala stars Gina Rodriguez.
The backlash was devastating, to say the least.
And it also stars Anthony Mackie.
Dog, you embarrassed? This guy's a gangster? His real name's Clarence. And Clarence lives at home with...
And it also stars this guy right here. Before I get into this review, guys, I kind of want to talk about some comments that I made on social media. This is my apology video. Hope you can forgive me. No, don't worry. I didn't make any racist comments. So I'm not going to apologize for sending my picture of my dick out there. I didn't do anything like that. It's just, earlier, after I reviewed this film, I kind of went on social media and kind of made the comment of like, this film is sort of like anti-Mexico. Not that it's anti-Mexican. I don't want to put that out there. This film is sort of anti-Mexico, if that makes sense to you. The reason I say anti-Mexico is because this film kind of portrays Mexico in this sort of kind of, I don't want to use Donald Trump's term, but fake news light. You know, it kind of shows that Mexico is, or at least in the film, it portrays Mexico as this kind of place where every single man is in the cartel, every policeman is corrupt, you know, it's a dirty place where there's just like, you know, a bad, evil shit going on all the time, and if you're an American and you go to Mexico, you're gonna get instantly fucking kidnapped right on the spot. And they just want to let you people know out there that maybe don't live where I live, or haven't been to Mexico ever in your life, or haven't been to Mexico in a long time.
That's some old bullshit.
Mexico's not like that. I frequently go to Mexico, and I'm what you would consider a gringo. Yes, I'm Mexican, but I don't really speak a lot of Spanish. I'm actually very similar to Gloria, Gina Rodriguez's character in Miss Bala. I'm from America. I don't really speak that much Spanish, so I would be still considered kind of a white guy, or gringo, so to speak. And just letting you know, that's not how Mexico is. Mexico is not a fucking kidnapping trap for Americans. Just want to put that out there, alright? You know? Okay. Alright, enough of the racial stuff. So let's get into the review. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to point that out because it was kind of bothering me. Anyways, again, let's get into the review. Miss Bala is kind of a... It's not a bad film. I don't want to go on record and say that this is a bad film. However, this is a mismarketed film. And I know I've been saying that, or using that term a lot, because it's kind of been happening a lot, or rather I've been noticing it a lot. This film in the trailer, as you can see, is, you know, you watch the trailer, it kind of looks like Miss Bala is going to be this sort of like female Rambo movie where Gina Rodriguez kind of gets fed up with being a victim and like goes all girl power on their asses and starts killing, you know, all the cartel people and shit. Well, that's not what this movie is, sadly. And I really wanted to be honest with you, I really wanted this movie to be that. You know, I kind of thought it would have been cool to make Gina Rodriguez, this female Mexican, you know, kind of like, it's how I said, Rambo, that's going around and like killing the cartel and like beats a lot of ass and stuff like that. It would have been cool, you know, to finally see sort of, well, not finally, but to see a modern day take on like a good modern day take on like a female action star. But this movie, sadly, it doesn't do that. It instead goes kind of the dramatic telenovela route and kind of just showcases Gina Rodriguez and the main villain, I guess you would call him, Lino, and their kind of relationship. And it kind of shows kind of a Stockholmish type relationship that they have, where Gina Rodriguez isn't falling in love with him. Gladly they don't go that route in this film, but she's kind of like more or less like sympathizing with him in a way, and you can kind of see that they sort of wanted to go that route but didn't, in which I'm glad they didn't go that route, because that would have really destroyed this film. So yeah, this film, it's not really what it was marketed to be. It's not really an action film. It's more of a dramatic kind of thriller. But that's not to say that it doesn't have some action sequences in here, and whenever it does do some action stuff, it's actually pretty cool. They have some pretty decent action stuff in this movie, and but sadly, again, or unfortunately, whatever word you want me to use to describe it, Gina Rodriguez doesn't really do any of the action in this film. Whatever action scenes that do happen in this film don't really feature her doing anything really action oriented. Yeah, she's present and accounted for. She's there. She's, you know, more or less hanging out in the scene or whatever, but she's not really doing much. She's kind of just like running away and going like, which I guess is realistic, right? You know, I mean, I don't really expect her, because I don't really expect her to like kind of like killing everybody, because early on this film made it quite clear that that's not what this film is going to be. So I guess that is kind of more realistic, that she's not an action star or whatever, but again, that's what this film was marketed to be, so that kind of disappointed me. However, I don't want to go out and make you feel like that she doesn't shoot anybody or do anything. She does, but it happens way, way, way later on into the film, like almost towards the end of the film. That might be kind of spoilers, but I mean, it's Miss Bala. I don't think you're really, you know, come on. Another thing that I have to say that this film does pretty well is that it's directed pretty well, and you kind of get to see things from Gloria Gina Rodriguez's character in this film from her perspective, and they kind of pull that off very well. But again, it veers off into that telenovela territory, and it kind of forgets, like, you know, what the stakes are in the film, and it kind of forgets that, oh shit, you know, Gina Rodriguez, aka Gloria, is trying to save her friend Zuzu, and she's also trying to save her friend's little brother, and she's also trying to go to this this fucking Miss Baja California pageant, which she doesn't even want to go to it, so I don't even know why they're forcing her to go to it. But whatever, that's besides the point. That's besides the point of what I was trying to make. But guys, in summary, I just want to say that Miss Bala, it's not a terrible film. It's kind of like the equivalent of like going to a really bad restaurant that you've been hearing it's really, really bad, and that it's gonna suck super bad, and then you end up eating there, and the food, it's not that bad. That's kind of what Miss Bala is. It's like the, it's not that bad of movies. Like, it's, you know, it kind of reeks of like streaming service, and the reason I say that is like this film really feels like it would have done better on like a Netflix or like a Hulu or something like that. Like, not on the big screen. This movie wasn't big screen ready. So for that, guys, I gotta give Miss Bala a 5 out of 10. It's a mediocre action film that was very mismarketed, and you could tell. I mean, I think it only had like one movie trailer, in which that's always a bad sign when a film only has one movie trailer out for it. So yeah, it's a 5 out of 10, guys. It was very mismarketed. It's not a bad film. It's just really mediocre, and not something I really suggest for you to go rush out and like see. Like, you don't need to fucking go watch this now. You can probably wait till it hits Netflix or Hulu. So yeah, guys, 5 out of 10. I'm Ryan T, and I'll see you in the next one.